recap in the words you used during the break, as you put it perfectly, what's happening with Dealey Plaza and the censorship and the free speech zones and all the rest of it. And then I want to finish up with the TV show, because I know when I talk to this reporter, he'll go, well, it did air once. Yeah, well, they air the others about 50 times over the next year, and they've pulled the TSA. I mean, it's all part of this story of more and more censorship and control. Go ahead and make your point on that.
Well, the big thing on Dealey Plaza, what irritates me is for 49 years, it's been us conspirators who have rallied there on the murder of Kennedy's birthday, on the anniversary, I should say, of Kennedy's murder. It's been the conspiracy people who do not believe Oswald acted alone or do not believe Oswald acted at all, who have been there 49 out of the 50 years. Now, all of a sudden, on the 50th year, we're not allowed to be there, and only the pro-Oswald, pro-government, pro-Warren Commission people are allowed in Dealey Plaza. After 49 years, they ignored it. They paid no attention to it whatsoever. And here on the big 50th anniversary, we're banned, and they're going to be allowed to be there. I think that's unconscionable and outrageous. And Alex, you're on the right deal. Let's protest it. Let's get the masses, everybody that does not believe the Warren Commission should be there this coming year to protest government censorship.
We've got a year. We can get thousands out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor, I believe, in fact, I know this is going to blow up in their face. I want your take on that. The attempt to take that big, giant plaza with 3 big roads. If you haven't been there, it's a big triangle, folks. That's always just overrun with researchers and scientists and photographers that work for Life, like Grodin, and just all these people there breaking down the facts. I mean, you go down there sometimes, and Oliver Stone's been there at anniversaries and others. And now, and I've been there at probably 6 or 7 of them or more than that. Imagine, well, I was there once when I was a kid. My parents took me down there on the anniversary. So, I mean, I'm from Dallas. It's amazing that they would say in America, we're going to shut down downtown, and you can't be there unless you agree with us.
Yeah, you can't be there unless you agree with us and you're ticketed, because I heard they're going to issue tickets and that you're going to have to have the required ticket to get past the barricades to be at Dealey Plaza. And I'm sure this year they'll have all these speakers will be there speaking and pointing to that Texas bookstore depository window, saying that's where the bullets were fired, and they'll ignore, of course, the picket fence of the grassy knoll where the fatal headshot was indeed fired from. Well,
that's what's really going on, is that the fellow who used to be a conspiracy person who knew the truth, he was the one given control of the School Buck building that has that ridiculous museum that I know you've been in and covered. And then,
are you talking about Gary Mack?
Yes.
Well, remember now, on my TV show, Gary Mack admitted on the TV show that it was his personal opinion there was more than Oswald involved.
Incredible. But exactly, now he's the one who's going to be allowed to run the entire thing and block citizens from entering the park. I mean, it's just...
Well, let's remember something. Let's not put it all on Gary Mack. It's bigger than him.
Of course.
He just happens to be the guy that runs the museum, who they will put as the lead scapegoat to do this. But always remember, we got it out of him on my TV show that he personally does not necessarily believe the official story.
I know. It's an amazing look he has on his face, for those that haven't seen the JFK episode, which I think is one of the best, where he kind of smiles and has a twinkle in his eye. Because Jim Mars has known him forever. He used to be one of the guys out there protesting, and they came and got him and made him the head. That's the classic Judas story. Just amazing. No, I'm certainly not saying he's the progenitor of all this. My point is that facility, that group, is taking control of the whole thing. Did you see this year on the 11th anniversary of 9/11, they barred the police and firemen from the pit because so many of them are 9/11 truthers, Governor?
Yeah, no, I saw that too. You know, welcome to America. If you're going to go for something today, you better have the government's line or you're not going to be allowed there. And, you know, we should understand that when, you know, people should not be shocked, because when the Wall Street protesters were out there, they were simply protesting, don't buy and sell Wall Street. You know, don't own our politicians, Wall Street. And they were run off with pepper spray and dogs and, you know, scattered to the wind. So you need to understand that in the United States of America today, you do not have your freedom anymore. You do not have the freedom to assemble. You do not have the freedom to protest your government. you're still not given habeas corpus. If they arrest you, you're not guaranteed a lawyer in a trial anymore. This is not the country that I grew up in, Alex. It's far different today than what it was when I was young.
Well, you're going to be going south to Mexico. Be safe doing that in a couple of weeks. Your last visit with us while you're gone for 4 or 5 months to get out of the Arctic blow there in beautiful Minnesota with your wife.
Well, Alex, it could be my last visit to the U.S. You never know. I could go to Mexico and never come back.
All right, shifting gears in closing. I'm sorry. Okay, side issue. Anyways, let's just get back to what we were saying. How many more episodes of the show are going to air?
I don't know. We did 8 of them. They're going to air 7. What are they on now? 4 or 5?
Yes. So I guess about.
So there'll be 7 of them will air, even though we did 8. We did the TSA one, but that's not going to see the light of day. And that's the one you can talk about to Atlantic Magazine, because we completed it, we finished it, and it's their call that the public will not see it.
Absolutely. Well, maybe if we put pressure on it, then they will air it.
I doubt it, but you can try.
All right, in closing here, you're going to visit with us one more time Monday, and then you're going to ride off into the sunset, at least for the winter. Well, I hope you don't. Well, you're not riding off in the sunset until, I mean, you've got to go to Dealey Plaza. Maybe that's where if you decide to shove off into the sunset. I mean, you got to come to Dealey Plaza this year,
not if
next
I
year.
don't come back from Mexico.
I guess you're going to let the globalists have Dealey Plaza then, huh?
I don't know. It all depends what I decide to do. Like I said, there'll come a day where I may not even come back to the country. I may stay gone. I don't know. I can't tell you what the future holds, Alex. I'm not a soothsayer.
I hear you. Well, and they're changing the days the show airs. I guess it's now Monday's the new day.
Yeah, Mondays, I guess, unless they changed it again. They've changed it. They showed it once on Wednesday, and then they changed the time on Wednesday, and then the third show they showed on Monday. So I guess we're on Monday now, unless they shift us back to Wednesday again. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with the show.
All right. Well, I'm going to play a clip here and say bye to you off air, and we'll see you at noon next Monday.
Okay, Alex. We'll talk to you next Monday at noon.
While we fight to retain our liberty, while we fight to expose globalism, we have to realize we're talking about a very powerful combination of power.
Renowned author and expert Joel Skousen breaks down the globalist plan to shut down America and stage a new world war.
In one day, America will go from day to night. And if you haven't prepared in advance, there's not enough time to prepare in 24 hours, even if you saw it that early.
Coming to the Info War in November is our new documentary film presentation.
Strategic relocation is a systematic way to think strategically in the future about how do I safeguard.
Joel Skousen, Strategic Relocation.
The freeways are going to be crowded, they're going to run out of gasoline, they're going to run out of food, and then they're going to start to go north and south of those freeways.
Joel Skousen is renowned as one of the world's foremost experts in strategic relocation and the securing of your home.
We talk about natural disasters, the health environment, we talk about pollution, the water quality. My personal experience about being in every one of these states.
Government is digging in for the organized, incremental collapse of society and world war.
The U.S. isn't building huge underground bases and bunkers because of some terrorist threat. They know that a massive nuclear attack is coming. They want that attack to come. Most people won't even be ready and won't be able to get out of town when any of these nuclear weapons fall, because there'll be absolute panic.
There is no preparedness without strategy.
What I tell people is that you do have time. Prepare wisely in advance.
This Christmas, give the gift of preparedness. Strategic Relocation, the film, with Joel Skousen and Alex Jones.